Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Jurassic Park the game. And I've found some good news. Turns out this game was 2 years before The Walking Dead, so they didn't backpedal. This was just a predecessor to it, which is okay, so that makes me feel better about it. It definitely makes me feel better if they were starting to move in that direction. I still can't say this is a good game, even by that standards. It doesn't matter if you painted the Sistine Chapel if the painting you're showing me right now is just a blank slate and you're calling it snow in on the white plains. That's not gonna fly. And that kind of is what this is a rabbit in a snowstorm type thing. It's not nothing, absolutely nothing good. We died last time. Let's try to not die this time. Duck your head. Press the right bump for your right hand. Use the stick to grab it. Here it comes. Switch those tracks. Good shot.
That's close.
Don't cut the music like that.
It's okay, sweetheart. We're safe now. Get out now. Yes, grab my hand.
Again, she's about to fall to her death.
Eva, help us.
Man, they they did say while I was doing some research they tried to make this like Heavy Rain, and that this was actually the first Telltale game in which the player could actually die. But wow, shouldn't have been. Uh, Definitely should have been. And the whole animating deaths is. You have to be very tactful when you're animating the death of a character you're supposed to care about in a game. Pretty much you don't want to animate it. You want to fade the camera to black. You want to tilt the camera off screen. You want to hear just a very brief no, or just really loud, like you are dead screen and noise. Uh, Maybe an ugh and them falling down. You don't want it to be as this is. You don't want to sit there and watch a little girl fall to her death. Which button do I have to tap? Oh. You have just like a second to hit the button.
It's okay, sweetheart. I've got you.
That was messed up. That was a messed up checkpoint.
There's no time. I got you.
It's the rescue guy.
Thank you.
You. What now?
Now, we go for the ride.
Oh, he's
Please,
working both
don't
sides.
say right.
I thought she was working both sides, but it's the other guy.
So what did you call those things that were chasing you? Hairy sauruses?
Herrerasaurus from the Triassic era. Now that we've bred them, we can easily classify them as early theropod.
Oh, yeah, early theropod. That's exactly what I've been saying all these years. Right, Oscar?
Where's Danny?
They're so close.
Decaf! You take the chopper. I'll check the perimeter. Stay put.
HU-121, eh? I haven't seen one of these in a while.
It's like they both
Boy,
were in a
your
war
pilot's a real slob.
together.
Keep your mouth shut. Don't even think about it. Danny's, and it's jammed.
Oscar! I don't like what's going on here, man. Decaf's gun's jammed, there's a blood trail over there, and he never leaves his helmet on the ground. Never.
Decaf is MIA.
MIA. MIA? No way, man. He was supposed to stay with the chopper. He's gotta be around here somewhere.
Billy, you feel that?
We've already lost Bravo team, and...
Billy!
Look, we are not leaving without Decaf. I mean, we agree, right? Oh, man, I will not let you turn this into Nicaragua all over again.
At ease! We've got a situation here.
Get to
Inside
the chopper.
Now.
The dinosaurs are trying to escape. Let us come with you.
Oscar, I've got no power.
I'm on it.
Is that good? Is he pumping?
Try it now.
That battery's not responding. Try another one.
Well, gee, if they're all
Did you
pulled
see that,
out,
Oscar? I don't like when
I
that
bet
happens.
none of
Pick
them
up the
respond.
pace.
I gotta take the other one out of the chopper first.
Is this how choppers work? I don't think so. I do not believe it for a second that they have car batteries in them. I would think that they would.
Try it now.
We got power.
Did we get lucky with the second choice, or did we just have to do it twice like before?
Here we go.
good little thief. You know how to open handcuffs?
Why would she help you?
So who's left?
Dr. Sorkin and her assistant. Then we get the hell out of here.
What about Decaf?
Decaf's dead.
I like your tattoos.
Why don't you tell her what your tattoos mean?
What do they mean?
Gravestones are for the people who died beside him. The skulls are for the people who died because of him. Tell her, where you gonna put Decaf's tombstone? You running out of room.
What did you say?
Hey, come on. It's been a long day and everyone's just a little tense. Let's keep it together, guys.
Not afraid of you two.
Me? Yeah, well, I'm more of a lover than a fighter. But Oscar... Listen, don't do this. Oscar gets a little... Look, it was his time. In Bogota, these men were razzing him, getting in the way, and then they weren't. Know what I mean?
Don't be fooled. You're in the company of killers. You're no safer than you were in the jungle.
Company of Killers. Oh, that's got a nice ring to it. Yeah, it could be a hit single. Yeah, you're in the company of killers. Yeah!
You need further proof that these men are crazy? This is what they do. They hurt people, and then they joke about it.
Speaking of jokes, Oscar, tell her the one about the priest, the stripper, and the bucket of frogs.
Pay attention! This is how men act when they lack the courage to face themselves.
No, I like to look at myself. I mean, check out
What am I
this
doing
gorgeous
here?
face. Who wouldn't?
I'm surprised you can see at all with your head stuck up your...
That's enough.
Oh, boy.
What are you gonna do, kill me? You did that to me once already.
You're crazy.
I'm thinking of getting a butterfly tattoo. On my
I'm
ankle.
gonna carve the names of the people you killed into those skulls of
Try
yours.
it.
Then we'll see how proud you are of them.
There's still more people.
Why
who
is the
need our
music
help.
playing
Whatever your
right
issues
now?
are, you can work them out when we get to the
What is
mainland.
this argument
No,
going
you
on?
cannot get a tattoo.
And no, you cannot get a tattoo. Don't get tattoos, kid. You will eventually regret it.
Dr. Harding. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. After we lost contact, I was worried something had happened to you.
We have had quite a day, Dr. Sorkin.
I'll bet. Systems are down all over the damn park. Dinosaurs are running free. Ugh, bring the kids, fun for all. Hey, don't worry, kid. We're fairly geographically cut off from the rest of the island out here. Nothing but herbivores around these parts. What's going on here?
There were some complications.
Who are you?
How are we with Engine?
Just your friendly neighborhood rescue team. At your service, man. I'm Billy Yoder, and this is...
Look, let's just get this out of the way. I'm not going anywhere. This part of the island is pretty remote and is a long way from the predators. I'm perfectly safe, and I don't need saving.
That's not a good idea, man.
But, since you're here, what you can do is start loading the stacks of bureaucratic InGen paperwork that's taking up valuable space. They were supposed to have sent for that stuff months ago.
Listen, lady, we don't have time for this. You either get in the helicopter peacefully, or I will personally knock you out, put you in cuffs, and throw you in!
You lay one hand on me and I will have you so ass-deep in litigation that you'll be reading legal text for a decade.
Yeah, you know what? If it'll help us get off this island faster, we'll move your boxes. Where are they?
Over there, at the loading dock.
Really?
You heard the lady.
Hey, can I help?
So this might be a choice. Let's say no. Stay with your father.
Sorry, hon. This ain't a job for little girls. Look how skinny you are, anyhow. Don't you drink milk?
Oh, I thought you guys were a rescue team. But I guess you're just here for manual labor.
Hey. We're highly trained soldiers for hire here. We're loading this stuff up as a courtesy.
Do they teach you to live with your legs in mercenary school? Or do you bring a dolly with you on rescue missions?
Ah, you're a smart-ass kid, aren't you?
I also like football and hate shopping, but I still can't find a boyfriend.
Are
So
you
she comes
serious?
along regardless of me saying
I'm
no.
taking a break.
Good idea. Don't want you to strain yourself.
So what's the deal? Why didn't you tell Dr. Sorkin why it's so important to get off this island?
Trust me, if we bully that one, she's gonna cause problems.
So what do?
Simple. Charm her. Look, all I need to do is get some information on this woman. Dig into her past. Find out what makes her tick. Sure, if I say enough
they
of the
gonna
right things,
nuke the island?
she'll practically think getting off the island was her idea in the first place.
Hey, can I bum one of those? Okay.
You know, she is starting to grow on me a little bit. But by the time that happens, the story's gonna be over.
So, who feels like carrying these boxes back to the helicopter? Me neither.
So just info on Sorkin. Leave Oscar alone. Backup acting. What is all of this? And that would be so this guy tells the girl not to leave the other guy alone.
If you want to tag along with us, that's cool. Just give Oscar his space. Doesn't do very good with kids. Or adults. Or animals. Come to think of it, doesn't do very good
What's
with
with
anybody.
the framing here?
Just stay out of his way.
I guess that's kind of cool. Info.
Hey, Oscar. Was there any dirt on Dr. Sorkin in the mission briefing? If I'm gonna have to use the old Yoder charm, I'll need some intel.
Big-time protester in the 70s. Lots of animal rights crap. Handful of arrests for it. All of her InGen-related history is classified. Said to expect her to be a pain in the ass.
It said that?
Between the lines.
Okay, so where can I could go to the other
I'm not
section.
moving these things. They look like they weigh a ton.
I think Dr. Sorkin said we're only supposed to move file boxes.
Oh, yeah. Well, good.
Just move them. Gosh, it's not like they're that
Ugh,
big.
smells like a barrel of wet dog hair.
I know, right? I don't get why dinosaurs eat that stuff.
Let's see what's happening.
Wait here. I'm gonna go talk to Sorkin.
What should I do?
You wanna help? See if you can dig up anything interesting on our friend Dr. Sorkin in those file boxes.
Cool.
What's the point of rebuilding? Hammond will kowtow to the major shareholders and cut every corner to recoup their investment as fast as possible, with no regard to the animals' welfare.
Gotta decide, what about our patient?
I'm fine.
I tried to convince her to go with the rescue team, but she refused.
Well, I can't say I blame
You know, Doc, I saw some bites like that on one of my men back at the visitor center.
Mr.
Call me Billy.
Mr. Yoder. Would you please tend to the InGen files like we discussed?
Yes, ma'am. Hey, you know who our prisoner is? Because no one else seems to.
Well, I've never seen her on the island before. I don't recognize her as someone who works for InGen. But I don't know everyone, so it's possible.
And you can only talk here. Sedate the prisoner. Good idea.
Hey, Doc, you got a pharmacy inside? It's gonna be a long flight back if we don't get this prisoner either elated or sedated.
She seems harmless enough now, and she's adequately secured. Are you afraid she's gonna beat you up?
Well, I do have a history of women wanting to get their hands on me. I hate to interrupt, ma'am, but I really think we need to be going.
I'm afraid I can't, Mr. Yoder. Someone needs to tend to the dinosaurs during this disaster.
I'm sorry, Dr. Sorkin, but InGen wants all survivors back on the mainland as soon as possible. No exceptions.
Why can't it wait?
Hammond. History. Let's try Hammond.
Listen, Hammond really made a mess of this place. You have no idea. There's no hiding his incompetence after this disaster.
Huh. You have a point. If you knew how I spent my youth, you'd be surprised to find me working in a place like this.
Someone needs to speak to the board about protecting these dinosaurs. You believe in animal rights, don't you? Wouldn't you put your neck on the line for them?
Well, obviously that's true. If only the board had listened to my proposals. Instead, they just contribute to the paperwork in the file boxes you guys are loading.
Is there anything I can say to convince you to come with us?
If there is, you haven't said it yet.
Right.
If you're in some kind of trouble,
Okay.
Jen, directors.
We won't get anything out of it. I don't think she wants to do anyone any harm.
So back this way.
So, what'd you find out?
Looks like Dr. Sorkin wanted to turn this place into a dinosaur preserve instead of an amusement park.
And InGen didn't go for it, huh?
Why would they? There's no money in that.
So Dr. Sorkin has a weakness for preserving wildlife. Good to know.
I don't think that's gonna help much.
Are you gonna do any work around here? What, are we union now? So, Sorkin.
Hippie type. Got arrested a bunch protesting for animal rights.
So we know
How the hell does Dr. Sorkin think we're gonna load all this crap into the chopper?
what we're
Don't
trying
know,
to do.
But you better do it if you want to get on a good side.
Okay. Well, thanks. You've been a great help.
So
I mean,
we're
what
close
was
to
Hammond
exhausted.
thinking? The man continually ignored the warnings of his own scientists over marketing people, shareholders, everyone. A disaster like this was
So
inevitable.
how did you know to treat her with tranquilizers?
Fortunately, this
So
isn't the first
we really need
Dr.
to go.
Sorkin,
As I told you, I'm staying behind to watch after the animals.
I'm sorry, but we really need to get you out of here.
Why?
Dino preserve.
Wouldn't this place be better off as some kind of dinosaur preserve? I mean, it's kind of stupid to treat these creatures like they're in some kind of circus, right?
You're absolutely right, Mr. Yoder. But none of this matters if the board of directors...
I'm not supposed to say this, but I heard the board is going to hold an emergency meeting about, you know, new leadership. If you were there, you could act as a witness to the events that took place here. They'd have to listen to you.
That's true. I hate to admit it, Mr. Yoder, but perhaps you're right.
And our orders also mention an assistant?
David, yes. I'm afraid David won't be coming back with us. He told him to stay away from the
Oh,
quarantine.
Dr.
tents.
Sorkin, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Now, before we go, I have some work in the lab that must be completed first. Dr. Harding, perhaps you and your daughter would like to assist me. I've been working on a cure for one of our dinosaurs' nastier genetic disorders.
Oh? Which one?
It's dietary. Right up your alley. Dr. Harding, we've done it.
And what exactly have we done?
Reverse the lysine contingency, of course.
Wait, what?
What's that?
InGen, Henry Wu, added a gene to the dinosaurs that makes them dependent on supplements of an amino acid called lysine. Without their weekly doses, they'll all die
You
off.
cannot give that to the dinosaurs. They need to be contained. If any of them get off the island,
Okay, listen. I've been working with the Parasaurs behavioral program for months now. If I go back to the mainland to fight for this place, they'll all be dead before I can get back, along with all of my research.
Parasaurs?
Parasaurolophus. They're herbivores, generally safe.
Let me give the
Why does
solution
he
to them
do
to
this?
see if it even works.
How many are we talking about?
Why don't you come out with me? See how much progress we've made with them.
Head
Well,
me
you're
down.
gonna throw a science lesson
We'll
in the
go.
middle of a game.
Cool.
So it seemed like the game was about to
I'm
end,
glad to finally have you out here, Dr.
and
Harding.
now we're having more
Despite
jump
the
cuts.
circumstances. We've been doing some very interesting work with our parasaurs. Behavioral
I
communication
think we're still in the
experiments.
second
You've
episode.
interpreted their calls.
Some of them. And I plan to use that to get them out of the pen.
Out?
Well, I'm not going to treat their water with them still in there.
How do we know there aren't any bad dinosaurs around?
Dino told me.
Well, believe it or not, the dinosaurs told me. See that one? She's the lookout. She'll stand guard while the others graze. If there were any predators in the vicinity, she'd be nervous and emitting a danger call. But she's not. She's calm. Jerry, you can activate the speakers from there. Jess and I will set the various parasaur sounds that play through them.
Dad, it's okay. I mean, it's safe, right?
The parasaurs will warn us of trouble before it gets close.
Stay with Dr. Sorkin.
Stay on the chopper and get out of there. And the thing about the chopper is that it must be going to a boat somewhere unless the island is really close to the mainland. Choppers don't have very big distances they can travel. Dino speak? Question mark.
So you can really speak dinosaur?
We've been doing behavioral tests using various parasaur calls, playing them through the speakers around the pen. We can't just shoo the animals out, but we should be able to manipulate them into moving using their own sounds.
Cool.
These speakers on the west side of the pen can be set to play a parasaur food call that will attract the hungry dinos. The speakers on the east control the mating sounds that will attract the more, amorous dinosaur.
What about the big set of speakers in the middle of the pen?
Ah, those emit the danger call. The parasaurs will instinctively move away from it.
So basically we can herd the dinosaurs out of this pen using the speakers and their sounds.
Okay, so yeah, you didn't need to wrap that up. East speakers. West speakers for food.
How do I turn on the speakers?
I'll have to tell your dad to do it when we're ready.
So we can only pick one. And we need to figure out, are they the amorous or are they the hungry? I mean, the gate's open and they wouldn't just wander out and leave. So I guess we want to do this one so they're close to that and they would run away from that. Activate
Dr.
speakers.
Harding?
Yeah?
Now, this is just the worst
West side speakers, please.
dialogue choice I've ever seen. Because you're choosing these things and you just have like no idea what they're actually gonna say or what that's actually gonna do. I'm alright
So
with...
I heard you were like a hippie protester or something in the 70s.
Where'd you hear that?
From Yoder.
The 70s were a tumultuous time. I fought for what I believed in, and sometimes it gets you arrested.
You were arrested? And you still got a job as a, scientist?
Paleogeneticist. And yes, youth is the time to be reckless and test your boundaries. It's how you learn
Really?
what's important
You're
to
gonna
you.
tell a girl on an island full of deadly dinosaurs that now's the time to be reckless. Alright.
Dr. Harding?
Yeah?
I need you to activate the east side speakers, please.
East side. Okay.
This is the most ridiculous configuration of controls, why would you not put that on one panel? Why would you need two people to run this?
So, what happened to your assistant?
Let's not talk about that right now.
Well, did you work with him long?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Listen, he was a wonderful young man. And I am sad. I really am. But if I let that stop my work, then all these animals will die too, trapped behind the walls that we built. You understand?
So you just have like no context. How to Jess. That's the entire context. I have no idea what I'm going to be saying. It should say exactly what I'm about to say, maybe with a few words off. But it should clearly give me an idea of about what I'm about to say, and not just be confused.
Need a quick reminder about how the speakers work?
yes, please.
These speakers on the west side of the pen can be set to play a parasaur food call that will attract the hungry dinos. The speakers on the east control the mating sounds that will attract the more, amorous dinosaur. The big speakers in the center emit a danger call that will scare the dinos away from it.
Okay.
If we want to move the dinosaurs forward, we might need to give them a good scare from behind.
Oh, we can use the danger call.
Good thinking.
Okay. So activate
Harding?
the speakers. And danger
Activate the danger speakers.
That's it. They're out.
Good job, Jess.
Finally. Go forth and multiply.
You're pretty good at this. Maybe you'll be a behavioral scientist someday.
Maybe I will.
Maybe the audio will quit popping in and out.
Ah, this is why she was elected to be the lookout. What's wrong with her foot?
It's a broken toe. Feel free to have a look. I just have to do one more thing, and then we can leave.
Lysine.
If the dinosaurs are to have a fighting chance, they'll need this solution to survive.
I'm still not sure.
Jerry, this is my life's work. These are basically my children. I'm not gonna let these creatures die because some bureaucrat can't stand losing control. They deserve their own lives.
Jess,
Jerry with a G. I do not like that they spelled it with a G. I cannot explain
Dr.
that
Sorkin?
for 1 second.
Laura, what's lysine?
I really don't like it.
InGen, Henry Wu, added a gene to the dinosaurs that makes them dependent on supplements of an amino acid called lysine. Without their weekly doses, they'll all die off.
Yeah, well,
Don't
she
tell
just
my
said
dad,
that
but I
a few
got a D in
episodes,
chemistry.
a few minutes ago.
Then today should be very educational. The solution we were creating at the lab will reverse this scenario, allowing the animals to live out their natural lifespan. We just need to get it into the main water supply.
Okay, that should be easy, right?
This is a big responsibility, Jess.
I can handle it, Dr. Sorkin. I mean, Laura.
So why are you letting the girl do
let's
it?
get started.
Because it takes
I'm
two
telling you, man,
people.
almost made me swear off Chinese food forever.
Yeah, right. I've never seen you refuse an egg roll. Ever.
I said almost. Besides, my date was hot. You remember the girl with the blonde hair, red scarf? What was her name?
I don't keep track.
Oh, you remember her. She was the one that was wearing the... Hold on. You hear that? Go, go, go! Oscar! Okay, you win. Set the chopper down. No! You're putting Oscar's life in danger. He doesn't really like that. Oscar, get over here. I'll pull you in.
man, that's it! Come on! One more!
Tell that woman she's dead when I get in there!
Come on, Oscar, put those giant friggin' arms to work! Get in here!
Fortunately, that worked even though I hit the wrong button that time. That's way too many button presses being required.
No, you're one stubborn son of a... Hey! What the hell?
No problem. You got this.
She's like psycho.
Now!
Not gonna happen.
I kind of liked her too at the beginning. Now it's just like I don't understand her at all. I guess these two aren't really working together.
We good?
No. Not so good.
We were kind of controlling both people
Is the water ready?
right then, weren't we?
Yep, lysine is now
don't
officially
even
a
know.
part of this
I don't know if-
nutritionally balanced dino breakfast.
If half the things
Excellent.
were
Now I just need
controlling
to
the
get
girl
this
or the
water
guy?
into the main supply and we'll be done.
during that fight.
That's it, Jess. We did it.
So the water gets to the main
Jess,
water
come up
supply
here.
from
I
there.
want you to see this. This is how nature intended these animals to exist.
Wow. With all the running away I've been doing, I haven't had time to really appreciate them.
Oh, girl, take it easy.
What's wrong with that one?
Oh no. Raptors. Jerry! Behind you!
You died. Okay. So, I died. This is a great example, though. This game in general is just a great example of why QuickTime events suck so much. They are trying to show us action scenes that are pretty good. There's pretty good cutscenes going on here, and I cannot focus on them. I can't watch them. I have to sit here and wait for a prompt and then press the button way too much just to get through it, or I die and then I have to do it all over again. That's why QuickTime events suck, and they should not be in any game ever. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Ever, 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 ever. That's it for this episode. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can do that by clicking on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.